Welcome once again to our live session on learning how to make six figures with graphics design. In our last session, we showed you guys how to use the pen tool in Adobe Illustrator. Today we're going to take you guys a little bit back. We'll show you some tools, the panels in Adobe Illustrator, and we're going to carry out a simple drawing or a simple diagram using Adobe Illustrator. Today we plan on showing you guys how to draw a 2D gift box. And in our next session, we're going to show you guys how to draw a 3D gift box using Adobe Illustrator. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not already done that, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Remember, the Ordinary Gift is a company founded in Glasgow, Scotland. We personalize and sell products ranging from customized t-shirts to marketing materials for business. We also carry out digital printing and branding for businesses. So once again, my name is Steve Collins. This is the Ordinary Gift. Today, like I said, we are going to be going into 2D. We are going to be drawing 2D gift box using Adobe Illustrator. And in our next live section, we're going to be showing you guys how to draw a 3D gift box in Adobe Illustrator. So let's dive in. So let's launch our Adobe Illustrator app and create a new file. For this, we're just going to be using the 1200 by 1200 pixels. So, like I said in our last live session, this is our toolbar. And on top, we have the control panel. This is our application bar. And here we have our custom toolbars, or rather the tools panel. On the tools panel, we have the color panel, the swatches panel, stroke panel, appearance panel, and so many more. So this is our workspace. And on our main tools panel, we have the selection tool, the direct selection tool, the pen tool, the cover shot tool. If you right click on this, you'll see other tools under it. And we have the text tool, gradient tool, color picker tool, or eyedropper tool. So for today, we're just going to be creating a simple gift box. A 2D gift box. 2D in the sense that we're only going to be using length and breadth. We're going to be using the tools on the Illustrator workspace to create a simple gift box. So before we begin the creation process, I would like to show you the artboard. This is our artboard. This is where we're going to be creating whatever we're going to be creating on. You can also duplicate the artboard. Maybe you want to have two different designs, but in one Illustrator file, you can make two artboards on one. Now, to access your artboard, right now we only have one artboard. To access your artboard, you come to this custom tool panel and you locate where you find the artboard icon. This is mine. And here you see I have artboard 1. I can choose to have more than one artboard. I come down here and click on new artboard. So right now I have artboard 1 and okay, 2 artboards. If you see right there, I have 2 artboards. So I can decide to create different designs on this, and they will be on one Illustrator file. So it's up to you. But right now, you just want to create one design, and we only need one artboard. So for this one, we're just going to be using one artboard. So I'm going to undo these double artboards I have right here. So you do that, Control Z. So we're back to our one artboard. Remember, we want to create a 2D gift box, a 2-dimension gift box. Like I said, 2-dimension, length and breadth. In our next live session or our video, I'm going to show you how to make a 3D gift box. Here the box has the length, the breadth and depth. So today, you can also resize your artboards by pressing on Shift plus O. Right here at the top, you can see the width and the height. Remember before the class, we used the artboard size of 1200 by 1200 pixels, so which we have right here. So if you want to change your artboard size, like I said, press on Shift plus O and adjust to your desired width and your desired height. So we're not despite we're working on artboards, whatever we're going to be doing is only going to be appearing on our layers. So we'll go back to our layers 2 panel. So right here we have layer 1. Whatever diagram or whatever shape or whatever thing we're going to be doing on these artboards, they will all appear on our layers. So the 2D gift box we're going to be doing, whatever diagram we're going to draw concerning it will appear on this layers panel. So this is our bottom layer that is containing our background. To begin, I'm going to be creating another layer. To create another layer, you come down here and create new layer. So whatever I'm going to be using different layers for different elements of my 2D box. So for layer 2, I'm going to start with the rectangle 2. So let's begin the 2D. Let me go back. Let me delete this layer. Let's go back and begin our 2D gift box. I don't want to draw anything on layer 1, so I'm going to come down to create a new layer where I will start my drawing on. So create a new layer and we have layer 2. So now let's begin creating our 2D gift box. For you to understand what we're trying to achieve, I have a picture here of a 2D gift box. Now this is a 2D gift box. We're not going to be doing something exactly like this. If I wanted to do something exactly like this, I'm going to use my pen to trace this. We're going to be creating our own gift box, our own 2D gift box from scratch using the elements in Adobe Illustrator. But put it in mind, we're trying to achieve something like this. This is a 2D gift box. Like I told you before, in our next class, we're going to be creating a 3D gift box like this. So if you want to partake in this class, do well to subscribe to our channel, follow us on our social media, on our Facebook page, on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. In our next class, we'll be creating a 3D gift box. But today we're going to be dealing with this 2D gift box. Yes, this 2D gift box. So let's begin. Now we're on layer 2. Create a rectangle. Now one of the first things that you should know or you must know when using Adobe Illustrator is drawing shapes. So we have the rectangle tool, the ellipse tool. You can use the ellipse tool to draw a regular circle or an ellipse. I have the polygon tool, the star tool, or you draw a line. So, but for this gift box, we're just going to be needing for now, we'll just use the rectangle tool. Now, some rectangles, you may want your rectangle to have a rounded corner, like this rectangle right here. It hasn't sharp edges. But if you want to give it a rounded corner, you can see when I alighted my mouse on this corners, you see this curvature forming under that selection and 2 icon. I can drag it and I will have a rounded rectangle. Or you can go to the properties panel and set the radius of your shape, but it's far easier for you to just do this. Just drag and whatever is whichever way you're comfortable with, however you want it. So this is the rectangle tool. For you to make a rounded rectangle, you drag, and that's that. So but now I'm going to delete this, and let's go back to it. I'm going to be deleting this shape. Oh, I deleted the layer, so let's recreate the layer 2. So whatever I'm drawing is going to be on layer 2. So now let's draw our rectangle again. Remember we want to create a gift box. So this is it. Now I want to have a rounded corner, but not on the 4 sides. Before we go into that, let's look at this. I've drawn my rectangle. We have the fill color. Like a fill color is if I want to give my shape, I want to fill this shape with a particular color. Right now you can see my fill color. This is it. You can see my fill color is white. Let me change it to show you what I mean. I've changed my fill color to red, and you see my rectangle is filled with a red color. Now this other tool here is the stroke. The stroke tool. Stroke is like the outer the lining of the shape, and my stroke is 1. You can't see it here, you can't see it properly because the stroke is set to 1, but if I increase this, yeah, you can see that the stroke is now visible, and you can see it's black. I can choose to also change the color and give it something else, purple. It's all up to you, but right now we don't really need a stroke. I can choose to turn off my stroke by clicking on this none and leave my fill color. So for now, let's just leave our fill color to black. We're going to change this, but let's just leave it as black for now. So that's our first rectangle. Now I want this end and this end to have a certain degree of roundness. I don't really care about this two top. You can round everything if you want. It's up to you. I just want that bottom to have the roundness and not the two top. So what do? I take my direct selection tool and select this bottom. As you can see, it only gave me these 2 circles. Now, normally, if I didn't use the direct selection tool, you can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. But with my direct selection tool, I was able to select the areas, only the areas I wanted to make round. So I'll pick one of these and draw, giving it a certain degree of roundness. So that's for that. As you can see, the top is still sharp and the bottom is rounded. So next I'm going to be creating another rectangle. Like, let's come back to this our picture. We're going to be using this as a perspective. As you can see, this is like a rectangle which we have drawn, though this one does not have a rounded bottom, but I'm giving mine a rounded bottom. Now we're going to create this cover, the cover for our gift box, using another rectangle. Like this picture you see here, this is the shape of a rectangle. So let's do that. So I'm going to pick another rectangle. Remember, I'm still working on layer 2. I'm choosing to work on layer 2. You can choose to create another layer and draw your second rectangle on that, but I want these 2 rectangles to be on layer 2. So I'm going to be drawing my second rectangle. Remember, you can change your fill color. By default, still using the black color, but let me change it so that there will be a distinction. Let me use blue. So with the selection tool, I will be able to position this cover to be centrally placed, and somehow I feel it's too thicker, so I'm going to reduce the size of it. a bit. You can see when I move this rectangle, it snaps centrally to this shape. The reason, the way for you to achieve that, you must have your smart guides turned on. You come to view, this view on the application bar, and ensure that this smart guide is on. So with that, whenever I move this shape, it snaps to the center of this shape so that it would not be irregularly placed, something like this. But once the smart guide is on, you'll be able to place, adjust whatever shape you have to be centrally placed. You get the point, you get what I'm trying to say. So this is our cover, this is our bottom. Let's go back to our picture. So for my cover, I want to give this a roundness. I told you, and I want to give the 4 edges a roundness. This is 4 edges. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for our previous shape, I only gave this bottom roundness, and I left these 2 parts to be sharp as they are. But for this particular one, I'm going to be giving these 4 edges a roundness, the roundness. So there's no need of me using the direct selection to pick any point anymore. I want every of this particular shape to be round, so I'm going to just drag. I just want a small degree of roundness here. That's what we have. So let's move on. But having done that, I would like to change this, my bottom rectangle, to a different color. Right now it's in black, so let me use something like red. This red is too light, so I'm going to go into my color. You see this color right here, you double tap on it and you adjust to your desired color. I want the red to be somehow darker. So let's get to the top. I want it to match also. I'm going to use this color picker or eyedropper tool. Since I want this cover color to be the same with this and bottom color, I'm going to use the eyedropper tool to select that color. As you can see, it matched. Well, let's take a look at our picture again. Sorry. We can decide to give the cover a different color, just like this diagram. I'm going to give the cover a darker green color. So let me do this here. I will select this, double tap on this. For this, I'm not satisfied with the width of this cover anymore, so I'm going to reduce it. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is to create a shadow. You know, when you cover something, this cover, we're expecting this cover to create a shadow somewhere here on our shape. So I'm going to be using another rectangle. So far we've just been drawing rectangles. Remember, I'm still working on layer 2. I have a layer 3 here, but I don't want to do anything on that. So I'm still working on this layer 2. So on layer 2, I'm drawing another rectangle to create my shadow. The cover of the gift cover, the gift box cover. I want to create a shadow for it. So I want it to match the box. But then the shadow cannot just have this kind of thick color. So for us to make it really look like a shadow, we're going to reduce the opacity. To reduce the opacity, you come over to the top here. Use the control panel, and we're going to reduce our opacity to, let's say, 20. As you can see, it's now more like a shadow. I can shift it up a bit. Oh, there's a mistake. Let's go back, Control Z. The shadow, I can shift it up a bit. So we have a shadow that is going along with our cover. The next up, I will want to put like a ribbon wrapped around our gift, something like this. We have a ribbon wrapped here around the gift box. So I'm going to be creating a ribbon on it. So we're still going to be using the rectangle tool again. So this is a rectangle. I'm going to draw something like, I'm going to be using a rectangle to represent our ribbon. Yeah, I can leave it that way. Well, we're going to drag it to be centrally placed. Remember I said your smart guides must be on, so that it will guide whatever you are drawing and put it centrally on whatever you are putting it on. Now for you to set up your smart guides, you need to go to your window and, not your window actually, your view. In the application bar, you go to the application, the view panel in the application bar, and ensure that your smart guide is on. So we'll set this. So I want to give this like a wrapping color, let's say a golden color, something like this right here. So to change the color, remember now whatever we've done here, the opacity is still at 20. I'm going to take it back to 100. So opacity is at 100. Let's change this color to a golden color. Somehow golden like color. We can always adjust our colors later on. So as you can see right here, this our ribbon is on top of our cover. We want it to fall down. So what I'll do here is take it down. I can choose to say arrange. I can choose to right click on it and arrange and send to back, or I sent it backward too much. Sorry. Arrange and send backward. Again, arrange and send backward. So there we have it. The ribbon, we should also know that the ribbon does not stop here. Let's use our picture as a reference. You see the ribbon was here, and also the ribbon, remember the ribbon is used to wrap our gift box. So the ribbon should also be on the gift box. So I'm going to draw another small rectangle, or I can choose to duplicate this one. To do this, select it. To duplicate it, select it, and edit, copy. Come over here, edit again, paste in front. I can choose to bring it up. Let's take it up. Remember, we'll copy this. But I want this particular one to be down. Now we can give this our color somehow a darker shade. Somehow. Or we can leave it the same. I think this is my shadow. I'm going to reduce the opacity further down to 10%. Okay. Let me send it backward. Let's arrange and send it backward. Alright. So far you are 90% done with this. Next is to give this gift box like a ribbon tie at the top, just like this picture here. These ribbons on it. We're going to create this. What is the tied ribbon at the top? There are two ways. I'm going to be showing you the simple way first before going to the hard way. The handles I'm referring to, let's go back to our diagram. Sorry. Let's go back to our diagram. Now, these are the ribbon handles I'm referring to. These handles. I'm going to use a simple way to create one, and I'm also going to be using a complex way. So let me drag this down. To drag whatever you're doing down is to just select all of it and drag it to where you want it. So I want to put handles on this. Now I'm going to be using the simple method first. So let's go back to the rectangle tool again. The result from this would not be, it's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be what you also expect. So for this, I'm going to be using stroke. Remember, I've been using fill color in all our other rectangles. For this, we use the fill color, but now we want to make use of our stroke. So I'm going to turn off my fill color and set my stroke color to, let's say red. For you to set your stroke color, you to adjust your stroke color, you can double tap on this to bring the stroke to the front. So I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the eyedropper to, or rather, I will be collecting the color code of this. To give my stroke a color. So let's turn off our fill color right here. So this is our stroke color. Now remember I told you stroke color is like the line, the outer line. But from this diagram, the stroke color is too thin. So we're going to increase the stroke size or the stroke weight, just like I'm doing right now. So it has gained an amount of thickness. So this is our stroke color. So now let's get down to making this rectangle an handle to our gift box. So I'm going to be selecting the rectangle again. Using the direct selection tool, I'm going to be picking these two ends. And I'm also going to be, let's hold on. Let's select the rectangle again. So I'm going to pick this, hold down my shift key, pick this, and pick this. I want to make these three sides, I want to curve these three sides, I want to make these three sides round, but I don't want this one to be rounded, which is why I didn't select this. So let's see what we're going to get. Can you see it? This is it. These three sides which I selected gave me a round shape, while this one I did not select remain the same. So let's do it again. So I'm going to be selecting this, hold down your shift key, select this, and select this. So now you drag it to give you that handle shape. So I'm going to be taking this one right to this side. To duplicate this, you can use the Ctrl C, Ctrl V, or you can use the edit, copy, and paste in front. I can bring it out. but you see it's now facing in the same direction. Now you have to rotate this or make it face the other direction. To do this, come to Object, come to Transform, and go to Reflect. So this is what we have. So this is a simple way of creating the handle, but we'll be going to the complex way. But for now, let's just complete this diagram using the simple way. We'll come back to the complex way. So to create let's go to the complicated method for creating the handle for our gift box, the ribbon handle, the tied ribbon handle for our gift box. Like we've done this one. This one is just a simple method looking. It's just basic, but let's go into something complex. So let's not do this here. I'm going to open a new document, or I'm going to create a new document. So go to File, and let's go to New. Create a new Illustrator document. I'm still going to stick with the 1200 by 1200 pixels, and I'll create. So to get a complex feel to our ribbon handle, I'm going to create 3 rectangles. So let me start with this one. This is 1, 3 small rectangles like this. I'm going to give it a fill color. Right now it's white. I'm going to give it somehow orange, somehow related to gold. I'm going to duplicate this. I'll be using the Ctrl C, Ctrl V this time. And then I'll move it closer somewhere here. First of all, let me go back to my previous rectangle. I'm going to turn off the stroke. I'm going to set stroke to none. I'll do the same for this. I'll turn stroke to none. Okay, so let's duplicate this one more time. Let's say Ctrl C and Ctrl V. So here we have this one. I'm going to give all of them different colors, different but related colors. See the way I'm positioning this third rectangle, somehow closer. So the first one we have a somehow yellowish color, and this one I'm going to give it somehow of a brownish color. And for this one, I'll also give it a yellowish color. Oh, let's come down. Let's play around. Let's see. I'll give it. Okay, let's leave it at this color. So, I want to be using the blend tool of Illustrator to merge these 3 rectangles together. Now, there's a trick to this which I'm going to show you. Now, for example, let me just blend this ordinarily. Let me blend this ordinarily. Let me blend this the way it is. So to blend, let's select all the rectangles. To blend, I'm going to use Ctrl plus Alt plus B. Based on what we're seeing on the screen, this is not what I want. The reason why this is appearing this way is the positioning of our rectangles. I don't want it this way. Now it's giving me like an L shape. I don't want an L shape. So for me to avoid this, let's go back, let's undo. I want a shape that is like a loop. And for me to achieve that, to avoid the L, because a blend shape will always pick the object that is on top. If you look at my rectangles, if you look at this layer, there's a rectangle on top. There's a second one, and there is a third one. This is my third one here. Blend will always take the first, then go to the second before going to the third. Let's adjust this again. Let's move this to the second, and let's blend it again so that you'll see what I'm trying to say. So let's go back to Control plus Alternate plus B. Can you see another L shape? Because this is my first rectangle, this is my second rectangle, and this is my third rectangle according to my layers. The blend tool will pick this one first, come down here before coming down here, which is not what I want. So we have to adjust it to the way we want it. So let's go Ctrl Z. So I'm looking for a pattern. I want this one to be first. Okay, and this one should be second, this one should be third, whichever way it is. So let's blend again. Let's do it. Control C. See what I'm having right here. So there's something else I need to do. There's something I need to do right now. I need to readjust. Let's this brown is too much, but let's just leave it. Let's leave it. So what we'll do now is to use this anchor tool. You can get the anchor tool under your pen tool. We'll use the anchor tool. I'll curve, like stretch out our shape, like you can see right there. Curving. Can you see the way I'm getting this yellowish color? So this is it, but I want to make a few adjustments. So I want to go back. Let's take this rectangle to the bottom. So let's blend again. So Control plus Alternate plus B. So this is what we have now. So we use the anchor tool again now and stretch out. Take this one, stretch out. Perfect. I think this is what we're looking for. This is what we are looking for. So if you are able to do this, you have succeeded in creating one ribbon handle. So let's go back to our main drawing. Let's hide these two basic handles, these two ribbon handles. Let's hide them. So I'm going to turn them off. Let's import that one I did before. I did this one. Let's import it. So we can copy this. We can say we can select it and Control plus C. Let's go back to this shape and we paste it right there using Control plus V. Like you can see. Let's take it up. So something like this. Let's send it to the back, or let's drag it down to behind. And let's push it down a bit. So something like this. Now we'll duplicate it. This is just one of the ribbon, one of the sides of the tied ribbon. So I want to reduce the size also. To reduce the size proportionately, you hold down the shift key and drag it down. And readjust. You can also rotate it to whichever way you feel is okay to you. I'm going to rotate this way. Now I want to duplicate what I've done right here. So you can use the Ctrl C, Ctrl V option, whichever way you feel. And remember to turn it, reflect it. So I'm going to go to Object, Transform, Reflect. I'll also send this to the back. Let's go to our layers and we send this to the back. Good. Now I don't want both of them to be of the same size, so I'm going to increase the size of one. I'll hold down my shift key and maybe draw one up this way. You can also turn off your blend by releasing it. Remember we used 3 rectangles to form this shape. If we want to go back to those 3 rectangles, we can go to release, but I don't want to go back. I'm trying to adjust my blend to a smoother number. Yes, you can adjust your blend. Go to the object, go to object panel, go to blend, come to blend options. Instead of smooth color, smooth distance, and alright, that's okay. It's already set. So this is set for us. So it's not perfect, but you get what I'm trying to achieve right here. So whichever you feel comfortable to use, the basic one or the complex one. Remember, this is just a 2D and gift box. When we get to a 3D gift box, things are not going to be this way. But the knowledge of the blend here is very important when we get to the 3D gift box. But for a 2D gift box, you can choose to use this one. You can choose to, let's turn off our blend. Let's turn off our blend and gift box handle. You can choose to use this one. Alright, so this is the gift box. But we can also include designs on our gift box. So let's use stars or something else. Let's go to shapes. If you go under the rectangle tool, I think there's a star tool right there. So let's draw stars on our gift box. Now you can see our star has no fill color. The fill color is set to none, but it has a stroke. I want to give it a fill color and I want a stroke color. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the color picker to give it a color, and I'm going to set my stroke to none. So I'll pick this and move it onto my shape. Hold down the shift key to reduce the size. You can duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Let it appear in different places, different form of rotation, different sizes. You hold down your shift key, you drag it down, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. You bring it here. You just duplicate it as much as you can. Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. Okay, let's leave this one here. So we'll start increasing the sizes. You can make some bigger, make some smaller. rotation. Same thing. Make it smaller. So you get the point. This is just meant to design whatever we're doing. Just create design, random designs on it. I'm going with the star. You can choose to use the heart shape depending on the color of your box. So let's use a different shape. Or let's leave that for now. We get the point of what I'm trying to achieve. So this is it. Just something like this. Control C, Control V. Just scatter your stars around. Just around the shape. So we can choose to put these two off. Or we can choose to come back to our previous shape. So this is just a simple 2D gift box. So let's get creative with these colors. I'm not comfortable using this color anymore, so I'm going to be changing it to a white color. And we're going to be doing the same for the rest. So I'm going to select these other stars, hold down the shift key and pick the other stars. Then use the eyedropper tool or color picker to select that color. Select your first star, and there you have it. Or star change. I can also change this color to white. It's all up to you. Just use a suitable color. Then this also, I need to bring this to the front. Arrange, bring to front. I can also change to make it white, or I can choose to leave it the way it is. So we have it white. So it's really just up to you to make something attractive. Make it, be creative and change your color. Your preferred color, change it to your preferred color. So this is what we have. So guys, that's how you draw a 2D gift box using Adobe Illustrator. In our next video or live session, we're going to be showing you guys how to draw a 3D gift box using Adobe Illustrator. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram so that you won't miss out. There are more to come on this channel. See you soon.